driving boss. So this video is truck time with engineer775, and just there's some solar over there. Not missing it. That's a landfill.
That makes people sick when you whip the camera.
Proceed on I-675 south.
They're gonna know where we are.
Siri is very rude. So a couple of momentous occasions here. First of all, engineer775 is in Georgia, so he's on my turf now. We're going to do a simple pump for Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene's been worrying, and she's been up late at night wringing her hands and crying about how to do her water solution, so she finally found somebody. This is one of my favorite things to do, is ride down the road with engineer775 and not have to drive, just be able to pick his brain and
poke fun.
Don't look at the camera, boss. You're driving. People don't like it. The trolls will come out if you start doing that. So, it's a little bit of, I think Mr. Scott's gonna be, he's always looking for good help. We're trying to put together the perfect team, and people are thinking about what it's like to work with the boss. So he's a good driver. He drives real fast, a little bit scary, but we can talk a little bit about some of the projects we got coming up. You just saw, if you're watching Scott's channel, if you somehow you're on my channel and you're not on his channel, it says bad connection.
Really?
Yeah.
Bad connection. YouTube has a hard time with the bandwidth. I don't know what the deal is, but
and we're on a hotspot too. But if you're watching Scott's channel, my channel, and you're not watching Scott's channel, you obviously need to tune into it. He's engineer775 Practical Preppers. I'll put a link on there. I seriously doubt you're not a follower to his, but he's the grand czar of prepping. So we got, if you saw his video on the GT500s, the Magnums we just did, it's a nice little system.
It's flexible.
Yeah, real flexible. We're going to be doing another one here in the next month, and then we're going to be doing, what else we got coming down the line?
We got another one of those, and then
I got one on my own home turf in Georgia. I'm going to be putting some GT500s on a system that already has a 3 kW DC solar array.
We're in hot pursuit of the best hot water system. We're still working on. We have 6 different tools in our toolbox. We're still trying to find the best PV direct hot water maker.
That's what we mainly talk about when we're in the truck. We talk about stuff that's working really good. Talk a little bit about our families. And then we start talking about stuff that isn't working.
Nervous.
Stuff that's not working right. Makes us nervous. There's not that much.
No.
And then we talk about hot water a lot.
The future.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out a hot water solution, and what we're trying to do is hook solar panels as directly as we can to an electric water heater element. And there's a couple different products out there that I'm going to be getting soon and testing. Scott's going to be testing them. I've got a 120-gallon solar storage tank that was given to me by my good friend Jerry Kilgore, Suncatcher of Atlanta. We got an 80-gallon tank that somebody ripped out, replaced an anode rod in that. Be testing with that. But hopefully I'm going to be adding some solar soon to my house and testing some solar hot water solutions.
Why are you replacing the anode rod?
I always replace the anode rod on the tank. You not know about that?
Just because it's been in there?
Okay, so I'll tell you why you replace an anode rod.
I take mine out and throw them away.
If you have well water and your water's real active, it's going to rust stuff out. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a sacrificial anode rod in almost all water heaters. And it's made out of, unless they're stainless or glass lined, or I think the glass line ones have it too. Some of them are lined with stone. But that sacrificial anode rod is what protects the metal in the tank from rusting out. So it's basically a bunch of really reactive metals that will rust out first. And your warranty on your water heaters is usually the average time that anode rod will last before your tank starts rusting out. So, they're thinking that the tank's going to rust out in 5 years because the anode rod's going to burn up in, 3.5 or 4. So I've changed out a lot of anode rods. They used to be easy to come by at the Home Depots and stuff. But now you kind of got to order them from Plumbing Supply. And that is why I'm changing out the anode rod.
10-4.
And I don't know. I don't really have anything else to talk about on this YouTube Live.
What about your... Okay.
What? What about what?
Oh, you're painting trying to cool down some roofs. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
That's not that cool.
All right.
I put a video up of that, did I not?
On the paint? I think you did.
Yeah, I put a video up of painting roofs. But, there's a lot of lowly work going on.
So we're just going down right now to do what?
We're going down... Oh, okay. This is a big dream of mine. Dream come true. We're going to install a simple pump with engineer775. So, this is just a little backstory on before they were stars. When I in 2012, I quit working at the solar company. Well, 2010, I quit working at a solar company in Asheville, North Carolina, and moved back home to take care of some family members that were getting sick and take care of my granddad who raised me. And I just kind of went through this time where I didn't know if I was going to be a solar guy anymore or not. And while I was at home, I discovered this guy's YouTube channel. He was pumping water deep well, and I was just getting into prepping. Like sometime when you're taking care of people, or like when I was taking care of my granddad and he was dying, kind of got into this prepper mindset, like the world was ending or something. And anyway, I started worrying about water. And then I remember back in my days working for this solar company that, this is 2010, I'd have people call in all the time, and everybody wanted backup power system or backup solution for their wells, their deep wells. And I'm at this solar company, we've been doing it for 10, 15 years. We didn't know how to do it, and I couldn't find anybody that knew how to do it. So when I saw Scott's YouTube, and he was pumping water and building his own deep well pumps, and what were you were just starting to pump water with solar in 2010, weren't you?
No, I had my first Lorentz pump in like 2005, 2004. I bought my first solar water pump. Yeah, no, longer, yeah. So
you've been pumping water for
a long time.
12 years now.
No, it's 16 years. I got my first Lorentz pump 16 years ago for my cattle.
All right, so he's been pumping water for a long time. But he's so I saw all his videos, and then I saw that he was I don't know, I just, you see these people on YouTube, and somehow in your head you automatically think that because they're on YouTube and they're talking head and they're video and they're so good looking and stuff
where
that they wow, 4 followers, that's awesome. You think that they're going to be unapproachable, and so I'm thinking, well, I can never be friends with that guy. He's probably just an egomaniac. He's probably in New York. You can tell by the thick accent. And then a couple years later, I had my own little solar company, and there was a prepping convention in my hometown, and there was Mr. Scott. So we became friends, and we've been working ever since. But the reason I'm telling you this long story is because I always wanted to have a chance to work with this guy and install simple pumps. I just wanted to plumb. I didn't want to be a solar guy. All I wanted to do was plumb. And so,
you're gonna do it today.
So anyway, this is simple pump number 2 that we've installed together. How many simple pumps you install, boss?
350 plus.
If you don't know what a simple pump is, it's just a manual hand pump, deep well hand pump. It's got aircraft aluminum and stainless. Simple as they get, but it's effective. So you just drop that thing in a deep well, and I don't know anybody that's installed more of them. I got one on my house. Probably going to put another one on soon. And
it's a good door opener for us. It allows us to talk to people and see what they need, and it's a good way to do a free consultation with people. And then they want solar, they want food, they want generators. So it opens the door to air. It's opened the door for me on a lot of different things. So Johnny's going to install this one. I'm going to sit down on a bucket and watch him.
Yeah, most of the simple pumps, I've tried to be a dealer and do them, but most of the simple pumps I've installed, I don't know what it is, but I'm just afraid to do it by myself because, I'm not a well guy. So I always use this well contractors, and it always ends up being way more expensive. So Scott's going to show me how to do it where it's affordable. It doesn't just blow it out of the water cost-wise, and show me how to do it right. So we're just going to plumb it up. We're going to Griffin, Georgia. I think Griffin is pronounced Griffin. I don't think it's not Griffin, it's Griffin. Griffin, Georgia is a very nice old South area. So I'm excited to be taking the engineer down to Griffin, Georgia. This is the farthest south he's ever been, so there's no toast down here. It's all biscuits and gravy.
No bagels.
Yeah, no bagels down here, my dear boy. This is where that good
that good, when it snows down here, we call it devil slush.
New Hampshire cocaine.
Yes, sir.
Connecticut
Yes, sir.
confetti.
Yes, sir. So we're going way down into the southern parts of Georgia, down below Atlanta, and down into Griffin.
Higgity.
And we're heading down 575 right now, and it's just a wonderful day in the summertime. And this has always been a dream of mine to plumb with the boss, the big boss here himself, engineer775. It may seem like our videos are, well, no, I mean, I guess I thought when I first saw his videos that it was just glorious, but it's dirty work.
It's dirty work.
I'm looking forward to plumbing. So anyway, just real thankful to have a guy like this guy to work with and drive me around and do prepping jobs with, and we just appreciate everybody watching the videos. Thank you for you 4 people that have tuned in, you 4 faithful followers.
Have they?
I've got full verification.
Nobody made a comment?
Yes, if I don't know, where does the comment
The comments come up on the screen.
If I could just get 4 faithful YouTube
Can somebody say something?
If you've got a little...
This is Johnny's first YouTube Live, so we want to... It's hard to do YouTube Live without telling people you're going to go live. Hey, so what's somebody saying?
There you go. Say something. So Ross Williams says, say something. Hey, Ross! I knew a preacher once. He said, if I could just get, what did he say? If I could just get 10 good tithing families, I'd be able to quit my day job. I don't know where that... Oh, you guys rock! Who's that? VT Maestro. Thanks, Maestro. You rock too, buddy. That's why you're the Maestro. Wow, 3 loyal followers.
See the chats come up on the screen.
All right, well.
We just needed a little feedback to know that this was working.
We're going to sign out now. And we just thank everybody for watching. 4 followers. Scott, don't look at the camera. Signing out. Thanks, Ross. We try to look professional. It's not our fault, though. It's all. Oh man, there's a bunch of PVC on that truck, boys. He's got him a load, and he's going down south to the solar farm country. We don't usually go down here.
It's too hot.
Yeah, too hot, too many gnats. We don't go below the gnat line or the field pea line as a rule. We will. Yeah, our professional looking work is only because we hang out with professionals. Professionals like Jason Andrade and Larry Herman. And when we first started doing this, we were running conduit octopuses everywhere. What are we up to today? Well, Roy, funny you should ask, buddy.
Is that Roy?
Roy Amberg. He's probably drinking.
Hey, Roy.
He's on his 5th cup of coffee. I can tell by just seeing Roy. He's one of those hard. Is he Roy from up north?
I don't know where Roy is from.
I've heard some of his videos. He's a no BS kind of guy. Roy Amberg, another good solar installer. If you're not following his video, you should. He's got one of the baddest solar hot water systems I've seen.
He's gonna do a Magnum next.
He's like Merle Haggard. He's got the Merle Haggard of solar hot water systems. Like when a solar hot water system was still flat plate and still pumped like it should.
It's on I-beams.
Yeah, it's on I-beams. It's heavy duty HD.
But he hates his insulation.
Yeah, he hates his insulation. Roy, don't be so negative about your insulation. That's all I'd say. We got a kick out of that. We are going to install a simple pump. We don't know what the well is. We don't know how deep the water is. But we do have some, you see that? Wow. Yeah, see all that tubing in the back? Those are some cardboard tubes full of drop pipe for the simple pump. We got 9-foot sticks. We're ready to drop this sucker in. How deep is she going to be, boss? Don't look at the camera.
Probably we're going to set it right at about 100 feet.
Yeah, so this woman, Darlene's been worrying about her water source for a long time. Nothing strikes a chord in my heart harder when you get an old woman, usually you get these old women, and they'll call you and they'll be like, I'm so worried about my simple pump, I'm so worried about my water source, and I just don't know what to do. They do call all the time too. Super worried. So it's really nice to be able to just come in there and
give them a simple solution. Yeah,
just be a man in their life for a minute, and just hold their hand and be that solution. So we're going to install a simple pump. Ooh, going on 15 minutes, so I'm about to cut this sucker off. I seriously doubt anybody wants to listen this much. Any more questions from my 4 loyal followers? You guys are all going to be getting a thank you card, a handwritten thank you card in the mail. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I can look at the phone, but you.
I'm looking at the road.
Finish.